seemingly very much okay and not disappeared.
What's good,
According
Alex?
to the description, this was recorded in December of 2010. Crafty and Alex ask where they can make a base and are told that anywhere is alright to build. They go off searching for a cave and eventually just end up digging down to get resources. There is this odd bit a minute in where Crafty punches Alex to get his attention and Alex just kind of zones out for a second, but otherwise this video ends very normally. Crafty has to leave to go to work and the recording cuts off there. At this point, I was skeptical that these 3 videos would have any clues as to what actually happened to Alex, but video 2 is where things start to get strange. It resumes with Crafty logging back on to find that Alex had built up their house and even gotten 2 full sets of armor for the both of them. The video continues with a normal, friendly discussion, and the 2 decide to work on the roof.
So far, everything looks completely normal so far. You know what I'm saying? Alex probably stayed in the server, obviously longer than Crafty did. Crafty went to work and stuff, joined back, and Alex has a lot of materials and stuff. This could have something to do with, you know, later part of the story, but so far, looks pretty normal.
Suddenly, Alex freezes and says this. Crafty? We can see Alex staring off into the distance.
What the heck? It's like he's looking at something.
Another server member, if that was him, and Mine doesn't know what he's talking about.
Were you behind the house?
Mine says no, and Crafty is equally confused. The subject then gets changed though, and Alex doesn't mention it again.
Okay.
But what did he see? I doubt Alex.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not just dropping that, bro. If I did see something in the server, we are getting to the bottom of this until, you know, we all leave the server, bro. Like that. What did you see? You gotta tell us what you saw, bro.
Say this out of the blue, and judging by the fact he asked Mine if that was him, it's likely he saw a player. But if
that's
it
what I'm
wasn't
saying.
any of the 3 of them, who was it? Surely if they knew another player was online, Alex would have asked them as well, like he did Mine, but he didn't, implying that nobody else should have been connected to the server. So what did Alex see? From the mildly ominous description, we learn that this video took place 2 days after the previous one, but other than this odd incident, nothing particularly strange happens. 6 minutes in, some music—
I mean, that's already strange enough for me. He's just seeing things and nobody else in the server knows what he's talking about. That's already scary.
Begins to play that I can't say I've heard before, and just like last time, 6 minutes in, some music begins to play that I can't say I've heard before, and just like last time, Crafty has to go, asking Alex for a full set of diamond armor before he leaves. Something is unsettlingly wrong with this server, but Alex still seems to be totally fine. If we're going to get any clues as to how he eventually disappears, it's going to have to be in this final 3rd video. The video begins with Crafty joining and
That's crazy. We only get these 3 videos to try to figure out what the hell happened to this player. But in that second video, it is very, you know, telling that something else is in that world, you know, other than the players that were already present that we saw in the chat. So that has to do with something with his disappearance, maybe his killing. I don't know what's going on, but you know what I'm saying, that's like the first I guess clue to it.
Server getting ready to light the nether portal, but before that, Crafty asks if anyone has seen Alex. This is the first time he hasn't already been there waiting when Crafty hopped on, but the response of the server members is odd. It's apparently the exact opposite. Alex has never—
He's been playing a lot recently. They've been on all night.
Logged off. Apparently, he plays so much on this server that has become a topic of concern on the forums. And we actually get to see this concern because—
So that explains why, you know what I'm saying, when he first came the other time, he had a whole bunch of materials and everything ready for— fuck, I forgot his name. You know what I'm saying? He gave all the material to Crafty. That makes sense that he was just grinding on the server. And yeah, he was on the server every time when Crafty hopped on. So this would make sense that he was literally on the game a lot. And now that he's not there, it's a little concerning.
Become a topic of concern on the forums. And we actually get to see this concern because right after Mine asks, Note System actually drops a link in chat. The link takes us to a screenshot of the forums, and there it is.
Alex, dude, you've been playing non-stop. Yeah, man, you really need to take a break. I do agree, Alex. Take a break.
It sounds like the exact opposite of the original message Crafty sent me, but granted, if he does play so much, why isn't he here now? Surely, if you're going to be playing 24/7 anyway, you're going to be present for a server-wide event. Something is very, very wrong.
This is an event too, so that makes it even more concerning because it's like this will be the time for him to actually be here for real, and he's not here. Where the hell is he?
Group decides to light the nether portal without Alex, but when they try to go through, it doesn't work. For some reason, the portal is broken. Crafty says he'll message an admin about it, and the server closes, the video ending there.
What the heck?
That's it? These 3 videos are all the pieces we have to work with, and honestly, at this point, I was almost positive I'd have to tell Crafty that I couldn't find his friend. If anything, Alex seemed like he was too active, not vanished at all. But no, this couldn't be the end, so I decided to dig deeper. I took another look at the screenshot, hoping to find a link or something to take me to the forums to get more clues. Nothing. I thought about putting this weird music through a spectrogram in hopes of uncovering a hidden message, also nothing. So I rewatched all the videos again. Maybe there was something I had missed, a small detail that had slipped through the cracks. Nothing. Wait, no, there was something. A single frame right as the server closes, we get a flash of text in the error message.
Yeah, you saw it? It like changed right here.
Looks like total gibberish, but attach it to the end of a YouTube video URL and Alex's channel. If there has ever been a way of finding out what happened to him, this was it. The video begins similar to Crafty's, but with a little bug. But when Alex joins Eternal, he's hit with this.
By accessing and utilizing the services of Eternal, you hereby agree to the following terms of service. These terms are binding and govern your conduct on the server. Failure to comply with these terms may result in penalties, including but not limited to temporary or permanent suspension of access to the server and or the loss of privileges given to you by your birthright.
What the f that's supposed to mean? What you mean privileges given to you by your birthright? Like, is this just another way to threaten to kill someone?
This is extremely ominous, but it doesn't end there. The messages keep coming, starting with moral disclaimers about alt accounts and harassment, and turning into mentions of undisclosed experiments, potential psychological distress, mental instability, and permanent real-world impacts on mental health and cognitive function.
What? Okay, authorized may result in unforeseen or permanent changes to your in-game experiments and may extend to real-world impacts on mental health or cognitive function. Yo, that's imagine you get a fucking message like that from a game, bro. Yeah, I would shut my PC down, throw it away in the trash, bro, burn that shit. Like, hell no, that's actually so scary, bro. And then all of a sudden things do start happening in the real world, like you just have bad luck on things or you end up feeling really off that day. Oh no, I would go crazy.
The Department of Metaphysical Sciences, or DMS. Why this message was seemingly only shown to Alex and not Crafty is up in the air, but we don't have time to think, because before we can, Alex agrees to the terms and conditions and logs on to Eternal.
Hell no, if I read those terms, I'm not agreeing to that shit, boy. I'm turning my computer off. Ain't nothing getting agreed by me.
Crafty says hello, and immediately Alex's screen bugs out.
Yo, what the hell was that?
With the same events of Crafty's day 1 video, but
wait, I want to see what his
screen bugs.
Bro, I'm trying to see like what it shows.
And immediately Alex's screen bugs.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys.
Says hello, and
yo, you see, there was a person right there. I'm not tripping.
He says hello immediately.
Bro, did you guys see that, bro? What the fuck was that?
Alex's screen bugs out. The footage continues with the same events of Crafty's day 1 video, but with sporadic glitches appearing non-stop all over Alex's screen. Though judging by the fact that once pauses the game or mentions it, it seems like it's only happening in post and not in the moment. The video continues like this for a while.
That's true. That's true, because he would have probably said something if it was happening in real time. So this is probably the post editing, which makes sense because the thing said it's gonna happen in the real world, you know what I'm saying? So while he's editing the vid and stuff, that's where the mystery starts, you know, conducting itself.
Till we get this. Black splotches appearing all over the footage. These
what the?
Continue to get worse and worse.
Oh, hell no.
Minutes in being significantly
what the? Like, bro.
A bit later, the glitches trace out some odd lines, but that's it. The video ends very normally. Well, normal if you ignore all the horrifying oddities.
Yeah, that's not normal.
But despite this really weird video, there are no immediate clues as to what's actually happening. That is, until we check the description.
This video has been encrypted in standard procedure as stated in Chapter 7, Section 924. However, as also stated under Chapter 7, Section 933, any footage involving or of experiments classified as Class 4 employee or above must have each video encrypted in a separate way as to avoid any leaks to the American populace.
What?
Please remember that company poker night is on Thursday, and the following card codes have been banned from practice. Remember to bring a shareable food for all employees to have.
What the fuck is going on, bro?
What did we just read?
That's what I'm saying.
Is apparently encrypted, and it's likely the people behind this are the DMS we heard about earlier.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. It's like company.
Are they running here? From the contents of the video and this description, we can now essentially confirm that some sort of testing is being conducted on Alex, something potentially very harmful that might be the reason behind his disappearance. But we don't know exactly what they're getting at just yet, though where can we go from here? Well, taking a look at this description again, we can read that the DMS doesn't want anything getting out to the American public about these experiments.
Right.
They're encrypting these videos in various different ways. Case in point, the poker card codes. Replacing each letter of the alphabet with its corresponding number and each number with its corresponding letter of the alphabet, capitalizing the ones with an arrow, we get another YouTube video URL.
Oh, wow.
House.
Another
Finally,
video.
We get to see what Alex...
You know what we gotta notice too about these videos, chat, is that they're all unlisted. You know what I'm saying? And that was probably a purposeful thing from the company, as they didn't want it public to the populace, you know?
YouTube video URL, house. Finally, we get to see what Alex saw out there. The video is initially similar to the previous one. Again, Crafty logs on like we saw in his perspective, and Alex's screen experiences the same weird glitches. As we expect, Alex and Crafty
it's getting
eventually
worse.
go to build the roof. And he
Oh, this is the part where he's like, oh, I saw something, you know what I'm saying?
second now, something should happen.
Oh, whoa! What the fuck is that?
There it is.
Oh, hell no. Is someone in the... Look at this. Who the fuck? What is that? It's not like an Enderman. That seems like a full person. Or am I looking at the wrong thing?
There it is. The screen glitches and we get a zoomed in shot of a black player watching from a distance.
He's black.
Looking out onto the beach, we can see it. Watching Alex and Crafty.
Oh,
The screen
hell
flickers
no.
again, and it's gone. And we get the same interaction we saw earlier. The
Crafty?
video proceeds as usual with Crafty logging off, but this time it doesn't end. Alex heads down into the mine and we hear a very fast set of noises.
Oh, no. What the hell?
Alex looks
What the
around, scared, but continues to go deeper. He collects iron.
Hell no. That's when I press that quit button, boy. I'm way too black for this. Hell no. I see some sounds and nobody down there with me. Nobody on the server. I'm cooked. I'm out there, bitch. Not happening.
Before heading back out of the cave, all the while looking back over his shoulder, until suddenly...
Oh! He's right there. What the fuck?
There it is again, watching him. If we go frame by frame, we can barely get a glimpse of the name tag. HYG.
Yeah, what the hell? It looks like a P.
OPOL. We can't exactly make it out, but one thing is for certain. Something is horribly wrong. The description is very similar to the last, but this time the URL is in plain sight. No encryption, no nothing, which is odd considering the line that comes right after it. Maybe someone at the DMS wants us to find this.
That's true. Someone wants us to find that video, which is gonna lead to something even more terrible. Maybe it's like they're trying to show a punishment that will happen to people that leaked something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Because the next video is genuinely insane. Alex begins in a
5
different
minutes?
part of the server, notably with strange burning trees. He
What
proceeds
the
normally, cutting sugarcane, replanting wheat, but begins to become strangely attracted to this gravel path, and seemingly without reason begins to follow it. As he does, his screen continues to glitch more and more, and the path takes him away from everything else on the server.
Okay, Alex, you got some big cojones, bro. I'll give you that. Like, you following all these pathways, you see them trees on fire, just a whole bunch of weird shit going on. You still going, bro. Hats off to you. Shit.
Unknown. He
Couldn't
heads
be me.
onto a beach and into a dark tunnel dimly lit by redstone torches. He follows the tunnel deeper and deeper,
Oh, hell
entering
no.
a strange maze until he finds a ladder and climbs down to see this.
Bro, no wonder your ass disappeared. Oh. Whoa, what the f— what does the sign say? It says don't stop playing, don't stop playing. What does it say? Don't stop playing, don't stop playing, don't stop playing, don't stop playing. And there's a chest right there. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Alex runs, trying to get away from the big...
What the fuck was that? Oh my god, Hydro PCL, no.
Alex runs, trying to get away from the figure, but the footage glitches and somehow he's back in the main room. He climbs the ladder to get out, but the path he came through is now blocked. He runs down the other end of the corridor, facing dead end after dead end after dead end.
Yeah, you're cooked, bro. Here. Oh my god, and the person's right there. What the fuck? He's coming. He's coming. What the fuck?
Suddenly, Alex is back in the main server spawn, and as if slipping into a trance, runs into his house, grabs a compass, and begins heading north. That was a lot, so let's go through it again
we gotta
more
recap this,
try to understand what just happened. After following the gravel path, Alex makes it into a room with tens, if not hundreds
Stupid Alex
of signs, all telling him not to stop playing. He opens a chest with a weird arrangement of blocks, which I'll get to in a second, and as he turns around, there it is, right in front of us. Hydro. The name is gibberish, but decoding it with a basic Caesar cipher, it translates into archive. If this name doesn't mean anything to you, then don't worry, we'll get to it in a second as well. Alex runs from archive before getting sent back to the main room, where he tries to escape through the series of corridors, each time met with another dead end and a cryptic sign. Finally, archive corners him, approaching quickly before sending him back home.
He says I'm back
Alex goes north. I don't have to tell you that something is horribly wrong. To even begin to understand any of this though, let's go in order and take a look at the chest. If you replace each block and item with the first letter of the name of that block, you get this. That's nonsense, but taking it one step further and substituting in the second letter of each name if there's 2 items, the third letter if there's 3, and so on and so forth, we get this instead. It's possible I misinterpreted the cipher, but the message is pretty apparent even if not perfect. Don't stop